5 signs someone is already receiving their karma. Silently Stoicism. Have you ever felt like someone who hurt you just keeps living as if nothing happened? And you sit there, wondering, does the universe really not see what they did? Trust me, it sees. But karma doesn't always thunder. Sometimes, it whispers. Today, I'll show you 5 signs that someone is already receiving their karma, in silence. And we'll look at them through a Stoic lens, without judgment or resentment, just observing how life balances everything with precision. So if you've ever felt anxious watching others seem to get away with it, this video is for you. Sign 1. Internal battles no one sees. People think karma is obvious. Something loud, visible, dramatic. But the truth is, it's often quiet. There are those who lie, hurt, betray, and still climb higher. They appear unstoppable, invincible. But what we don't see, their soul still feels. The first sign someone is already receiving karma is the war they wage inside when no one is watching. Picture this. That coworker who undermined you and got promoted. That partner who lied and moved on guilt-free. That person who belittled others, yet seems to thrive online. From the outside, they look like winners. But what you can't see is this. When the soul has no peace, the mind never rests. Howard Schultz, former Starbucks CEO, admitted in interviews with the New York Times that during the company's explosive growth, he suffered anxiety and chronic insomnia. Publicly celebrated, privately unraveling. Marcus Aurelius warned, "What good is escaping outer darkness if you carry night within you?" Practical takeaway. If your anxiety comes not from what you've done, but from how others hurt you, don't carry their weight. Let silence be your proof of peace. Because while others accumulate wealth and unrest, you walk light. And that's a kind of victory no applause can buy. Sign 2. Social loneliness, when noise can't fill the void. Firm, introspective voice. This sign is often the most painful and the most denied. You can have thousands of followers and still feel completely alone. Consider this. The person who hurt you may appear surrounded. Events, dinners, likes, stories. But when the phone goes dark, when they sit in their living room, they have no one to call, no one to share their soul with. Loneliness isn't the absence of people. It's the absence of real connection. Amber Heard, actress, once surrounded by attention and cameras, found herself isolated after her trial with Johnny Depp. Criticism from every side. Partnerships dissolved. Friends vanished. This isn't about blame, it's about consequences. When we act from wounds, we damage trust. Elizabeth Holmes, founder of Theranos, once hailed as a tech visionary, is now serving a prison sentence for fraud. She rose through power, without empathy. Today, no allies, no warmth, only silence. Marcus Aurelius reminded, "He who doesn't live in harmony with himself is at war with the world." Practical takeaway. Don't envy those who shine with arrogance. Honor those who love with humility. Call someone. Ask for forgiveness. Offer gratitude. Because what karma takes from others, you can build through virtue. And if you walked away from someone without integrity, don't feel guilt. Sometimes walking away is how balance is restored. The epic part, while others echo inside their own egos, you keep building real connections, and no karma can break that. Sign 3, closed doors. The third sign isn't loud. It's quiet, like a door that once opened freely, now locked shut. Suddenly, opportunities stop coming. Emails go unanswered. Partnerships fall through without explanation. Lance Armstrong, once the icon of perseverance, was stripped of 7 Tour de France titles after systematic doping was uncovered. Nike dropped him. Trek dropped him. His story collapsed, not through violence, but silence. Adam Neumann, founder of WeWork, saw billions evaporate after leadership scandals. Investors pulled away. The public moved on. His door didn't slam shut, it just stayed unopened. Marcus Aurelius said, "Do what is right. The rest, not up to you." If your integrity is clean, walk on. If not, reflect. Because when karma shows up, it doesn't yell. It withdraws. Doors don't always close in revenge. Sometimes, they close to protect you from yourself. Sign 4, repeating destructive patterns. If you keep reliving the same pain, it's not bad luck. It's a karmic echo. Those who sabotage relationships over and over, who destroy opportunity after opportunity, but never see the common thread. Public example. Charlie Sheen rose fast, then fell in repeated patterns of addiction, aggression, and conflict. Same story. Same self-destruction. Not cursed. Just unchanged. Robert Downey Jr. also spiraled. Addiction, arrests, rejection. But he broke the pattern. He healed. He rose again through discipline and humility, this time as Iron Man. Epictetus said, "No man is free who isn't master of himself." Practical takeaway. List your last 3 major life conflicts. Look for the repeated behavior. The wisdom isn't in blaming others. It's in breaking the cycle. Because if you don't, karma sends the same lesson again and again. Sign 5, loss of purpose or meaning. The final sign is the hardest to see from outside, and the most devastating from within. Waking up and not knowing why. They might have wealth, fame, beauty, but something's missing. The soul feels fogged, unrooted. Jim Carrey, an actor with global fame, once said, "I wish everyone could be rich and famous to realize that's not the answer." He stepped away from the spotlight to find peace, because having it all meant nothing if his soul was silent. Anthony Bourdain, beloved chef and storyteller, admitted feeling disconnected despite his success. He brought joy to millions, but couldn't find meaning for himself. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Happiness is found in purposeful action." Practical takeaway. If you feel empty despite success, listen to that. The greatest karma isn't failure. It's living a life that looks full, but feels hollow. The most painful silence is waking up with no reason to rise. Karma doesn't always roar. Sometimes it arrives in the form of anxiety, loneliness, missed chances, repeated failure, or a quiet ache that whispers, "This isn't the life you meant to live." But you're not here for revenge. You're here for clarity, for freedom, for peace. If this message resonated with you, don't keep it to yourself. Send it to someone who needs to hear that yes, the universe sees. And no, you're not crazy for wanting truth. Subscribe if you want more content like this. Because this isn't about punishment. It's about awakening. And the best karma is living with so much peace that no betrayal can shake your soul. Thank you for listening. Thank you for choosing virtue. Thank you for being different.